Let's get right to breaking news now at 11. You can see there is a lot of police activity in Spokane Valley tonight. We're hearing reports of some sort of police activity near East 32nd Avenue and South Clinton Road. Now, this isn't far from the Albertsons, if you're familiar with the area. We're still working to gather information, but you can see there are multiple sheriff's deputies on scene conducting their investigation. Again, we do have a crew there gathering information. We're going to keep you updated all night long on KREM.com for the latest updates. And if we learn anything in this newscast, we'll be sure to bring that to you live as well. Well, good evening. Thanks so much for staying up late with us tonight. I'm Tim Pham. Well, tonight, COVID cases on the rise. As of today, more than 3 million people have died from COVID-19 worldwide. Now, the sobering milestone comes as the vaccine rollout is suffering repeated setbacks in foreign countries, and a major surge in cases is happening in Brazil, India, and France. With several states across the country battling new infections, the CDC blames dangerous variants and relaxed restrictions, including ending mask mandates, for the increase in cases.
All roads to defeating the pandemic go through the path of successfully and quickly vaccinating the country.
The variants are infecting young Americans and more than 37,000 people hospitalized nationwide. Experts warn the U.S. strategy to out-vaccinate a mutating virus could derail progress. As of today, nearly a third of American adults now fully vaccinated. 50% have received at least one dose. In Spokane County today, health officials are reporting 185 new coronavirus cases. This brings the county's total to 40,730, but no new deaths were reported today. As of today, 52 people are hospitalized with COVID-19 in Spokane County. Vaccine supply in Washington is still moving at a slow pace despite the expansion in eligibility. Now the only requirement needed to get a vaccine in Washington is that you have to be 16 years or older. Now this means now an additional 1.5 million people became eligible in Washington state. But just because you're eligible doesn't mean there's a shot waiting for you. The Department of Health released this breakdown of vaccine shipments coming into the state over the next few weeks. Now, as you can see, the rollout is slowly increasing, but a few thousand doses a week. Next week, the state is expected to receive about 365,000 doses, 210,000 of which will be the Pfizer vaccine, which is the only vaccine currently available to those 16 and 17-year-old. Now, there are some ways you can find a vaccine appointment. The Spokane Arena is open for appointments next week, and the site stays open from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Now, for those who can't make it during the day, they're aiming to give 2,000 vaccines a day. The arena site is only carrying the Moderna vaccine, which is approved for anyone 18 and over, which means 16 and 17-year-olds can't get vaccinated at the arena. The Washington Phase Finder website has now switched over as a vaccine finder site. You can now search your zip code or county, and the site will give you a list of available vaccines nearby. You can also sign up for text notifications that will alert you when a vaccine is available near you. To sign up, just text or call the number there on your screen. All they need is your zip code, and then you're all set. Well, there's also a Facebook page you can check on. It's called Find a COVID Shot WA. It matches people with volunteers and prioritizes finding appointments for high-risk individuals, but the same volunteers will post links to alert group members when vaccine appointments become available. The group also has a helpline taking calls at 425-780-5785. Now, having these resources is great, but we know it can be a lot to take in. That's why we've made it easy for you. All you have to do is text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000, and we'll send the information on vaccine appointments in the area right to your phone. All right, let's talk weather now. I can't believe how nice the weather was today. It'd be nice if we would see more of the same tomorrow. Meteorologist Michelle Boss is in the Weather Center tonight. And Michelle, it sounds like we may have had some wind and showers to deal with tomorrow, though. Is it going to be a washout, though?
No, it's not. And actually, temperature-wise, we're going to get to enjoy similar warmth that we saw today. We made it into the 70s today. It looks like we'll make it into the 70s tomorrow. It's pretty mild out there right now when you consider the time of night. Our average high this time of year is 57 degrees. degrees, and that's where we're sitting at 11 o'clock at night, so not too bad. A little bit cooler up north in the 40s in Deer Park and Sandpoint, but still holding on to 60 degrees from Grand Coulee to Moses Lake, and the mid-50s right now in the Lewiston area. We haven't had to deal with much wind today. We'll start off with relatively light winds tomorrow, but you can see as we progress through the day, looking at those oranges and reds, well, yellows indicating the wind's just starting to pick up. By tomorrow afternoon and evening, we're going to start to see those wind gusts in the 30, even 40 mile per hour range. So it is going to start to get pretty windy. We're going to see northeast winds similar to what we saw last week. Those winds will continue through the overnight hours Sunday night into Monday morning and then start to lighten up by Monday afternoon. Things are going to be pretty quiet though overnight as far as precipitation is concerned. We saw plenty of sunshine today. Looking at clear skies tonight, clear skies tomorrow morning, but we will see clouds on the increase tomorrow. Chances of rain really don't come into play until tomorrow afternoon, but we could see a period of showers and thunderstorms by late afternoon, early evening before things clear out tomorrow night. 75 tomorrow, and then windy through Monday morning. Monday's high a little bit cooler, 59, and then not too bad on Tuesday, mostly sunny, 65.
To your top stories now, Spokane police say they shot and killed a man during a suspected car prowling incident early this morning. So here's what we know. When officers arrived at the scene near South Cannon Street, they say the suspect had a firearm and shots were fired by both the suspect and police. Meanwhile, a victim of the car prowling says they saw the suspect in their car, and when they confronted him, he pointed a gun at them. Police arrived at the scene shortly after that confrontation. The man died at the scene and no officers were injured in the incident. Now to another developing story we're tracking. Police identified 41-year-old Joshua Phillips as the suspect in the murder of a Spokane mother and the attack on her daughter. The mother was found dead in her home on April 11th. Her 5-year-old daughter is still recovering in the hospital in critical condition. Now Phillips has been booked with second-degree murder and second-degree attempted murder charges. His bail is set at $1.5 million. We're just getting started here on the news at 11. 8 people were horrifically shot and killed at a FedEx facility on Thursday. We hear from the family of the victims and how the family of the gunman is responding to the tragedy.